Now, also out here is IP address and name restrictions. I looked at this briefly when we looked at the administration tools for IIS a little earlier. I want to show you a couple of more things here. Notice we can restrict or grant access to people based on their IP address, domain name, and a few other things. But you got to be careful with the language here. Notice how this works. By default, all computers are going to be granted access except those listed below. I can click Add, and I can now type an IP address in here, and we can put whatever we like in here, and everybody will be granted access except this person. They're going to be denied. Or I can deny access to everybody except this person. Oh, I don't want to do 255. And so notice everybody is denied access except this person. So this is a great way to control who gets on here. I just removed that. Now, you'll also notice here that we can go by group of computers. Notice an ID and a subnet mask or a domain name. And they're warning you here, if you go by a domain name, Microsoft.com or whatever, that their request every request to the web server causes a reverse DNS lookup. So it's going to slow things down. Now, if you want to use secure communications, certificates, and public and private keys and so forth, if you have a certificate server available and all, then you can use these. We're not getting into that in this course. That's really more of a Windows 2000 situation. But I want you to see now, here's the big warning here. In previous versions of ASP, you did almost all of your administrative tasks and authentication out here in the IIS administrative tool. Not so in ASP.NET. You want to do absolutely most, 99% of your security settings within that web config file and inside ASP.NET. The problem, here's what happens. When you make changes out here, and then when the ASP.NET config file is loaded and run, it overwrites these things. Now, this becomes the single-click, double-click issue. If you've ever tried to teach a relative or a friend who's new to computers about that, and they ask, when do I single-click, when do I double-click? Well, the answer is, it depends. And so the best thing I can tell you is, always try to set a security setting. Try to find a way to set it from within ASP.NET, and then refer to documentation. But be careful. Anything you set out here on the IIS side may be overwritten, and you may never see it take place. So that's just a quick overview of security. Now, in the next few videos, we're really going to dig into these and show you a little bit more detail on each one of them. But Microsoft has beefed up security here. They've made it easier for you to implement security and keep up with it.